Okay, here we are. Welcome to the most incredible show on the planet. Well, maybe not the most incredible show. It could be.
Yeah.
And here she is, Suzanne Somers.
Thank you. Hi, Caroline. Welcome back from Mexico.
Thank you.
Glad you had a good time. In honor of your trip to Mexico, all I've been thinking about today are tacos. But there's nowhere out here in the desert that makes organic tacos. And I need organic tortillas and grass-fed organic beef and all my vegetables. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight, Alan. We're going to finish the show and then go have
I love your tacos.
Homemade tacos.
Yeah, I love your
Nothing like just the hot tortilla right out of the pan with the filling, and then I have cut up iceberg lettuce and cut up tomatoes and green onions and sour cream and salsa and a little guacamole, and then it just spills out the side of your mouth. Mm.
You know, I recall when we had a tortilla maker.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it here. It must be in storage.
No.
Okay. But that's the way to make, homemade, right from scratch, tamales. Well, you bought it. I didn't buy it.
Tamales are a whole other thing than tortillas. Tamale, you make the masa. And it's like a dough, and then you put the beef in the middle, and then you roll them up in a thing,
Okay,
and then you
steam them. What are those yellow things called?
Tortillas.
Okay, so we had a tortilla maker.
Yeah, but it's somewhere. I can't find anything. I was lying in bed this morning, and I thought, I am missing so many clothes. I have 3 cashmere dresses that I love: a red turtleneck, a white turtleneck, and a cobalt blue turtleneck. And where are they? I don't know where anything is. Half in storage, half here. Anyway.
There's not one person watching who feels
cares?
Sorry for you.
Yeah.
Well, she's got 3 cashmere dresses, and she can't find any.
Well, I wear them all for you. I was looking in my closet today, and most everything I have a section called show clothes, and practically that whole wall is all show clothes because of all the different tops I wear for all of you, because I think it's part of my obligation to look nice for you. And a lot of you comment on things that I wear. Some of you like the things I wear. Some of you don't like the things I wear. You didn't like when my short shorts were so short that it looked like I had no underpants on. But I did. I had short shorts on. And I blame that all on Caroline. She told me to dress like that for disco night. So it's your fault, Caroline.
Principal Caroline has no problem with the short shorts.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It keeps the viewership going. Because they were looking like, wait, can you see her panties?
Yeah.
Keeps people zoomed in.
Okay.
I knew you had panties on.
Okay. I would not. I just want you, Caroline, and all of you out there to know I would never not wear panties. I never would have taken that role that Sharon Stone did.
I'll bet they sell panties that have a photograph on them that looks like the real deal.
Huh. And that never would have entered my mind, Al.
Well, I know that.
Yeah. But you know what Alan did today? He showed me this picture and he said, "Do you like these?" And I said, "Uh-huh." He said, "I'm ordering these for you. They were organic bikini panties." I have a husband who orders me organic cotton bikini panties. But that's very sweet.
Well, I used to go, if you recall, many years ago.
Yeah.
I used to go to Walmart. Was it Walmart?
JCPenney.
Pardon?
JCPenney.
JCPenney.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to buy you 50 pairs of organic cotton panties.
Mm-hmm. And then I went to Hanky Panky.
That's right.
But now my Hanky Pankies are getting older. Because, you forget to buy new panties, and I've had these for a decade or more, and now they're starting to ride up my butt. And
well, they always have, but you do need to replace them.
Yeah.
They last for 10 years.
Yeah. Well,
they get stretched out.
They do, and I've started throwing them out, but I don't realize they're all stretched out until we go for our walk, and then I go, yeah.
Okay, so today.
Okay, yeah.
Today's a great day.
It's gonna be a great day.
We have 2 kits for you today. The first.
Tell them what we got, Al.
Okay, well, Johnny, tell
Yeah.
them what you got, Johnny.
Okay.
So you can see at the bottom of the screen, if you can read that, what's happening today. But if you can't read it, then I'm going to show it to you. Okay. The first is the Toxic-Free Essentials 3-piece kit. It's summer-size toothpaste, which I love. Shaving gel, wild orange jasmine deodorant. The retail value, $80, sale $50. 37% off at SuzanneSomers.com. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And there it is for you folks on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Okay? That's great. And we have the four poise
Right.
Toxic-Free Essentials 4-poise kit. SomerSmile toothpaste, shaving gel, wild orange jasmine deodorant, wild orange vanilla, and nourishing body lotion. Retail value $120, sale $70. 42%.
So the difference is the 4-piece kit, you also get the lotion.
You also get what?
The 4-piece kit, you add the lotion as the 4th piece.
Right. That's what I said.
You said poise.
What?
Four
No, I was
poise.
just letting you know you didn't have to read
Yeah.
the entire thing, so that if you have to do it again, it just makes it.
Well,
a little easier for
he
you.
comes from being an announcer.
Don't criticize me.
I'm not criticizing you.
Okay.
You still have the most
I'm very
incredible
I'm
announcer
very sensitive
voice.
today. Very sensitive today.
Is today a sensitive day? Do you have your period?
You know, men do get their period.
They do.
Yeah.
You know what we forgot to give you?
What?
Your testosterone shot.
Well, as a matter of fact, I only have half of
Oh
my
no!
testosterone
Are
shot.
you only going to be half the man that you used to
half
be?
the man I used to be.
You better order some.
I did.
Okay.
I'll have it tomorrow.
Did you do that?
Yeah, tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow's Tuesday. That's well. Okay, tomorrow we'll have it for the Tuesday shots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I think we forgot last week.
Yeah, I think we did too.
Did
Yeah.
he fall apart?
Well,
No, not really fall apart.
no,
No.
we got to sleep in more.
Yeah.
Did you have sex 3 times a day? Every day?
No, we did not. So he's not all that he
Get
was.
that shot out.
Yeah, get that
Yeah.
shot out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting today? I was thinking before I knew what we were presenting, I have to call Julie in the office and tell her I need some shaving gel. I'm all out of it. Do you know, here's the shaving gel. I love it. I don't know what you shave at home, but I shave my legs and also my panty line. And I'm very, very cautious about anything I put near any kind of orifice in my body, that it be clean and organic. And that's what's so great about this shaving gel. It's great for men's faces. It's great for women's legs and for your panty line. So if you haven't tried the shaving gel, today's a good day to try it because it's a good buy. And I love our toothpaste. I love it. It's got nothing bad in it. You know, I've had dental things because of my fall and some cracked teeth, and it's just so great that I'm not using a toothpaste that has fluoride or any bad things in it. It's all good for you.
Well, you know,
has stabilized oxygen.
I use the toothpaste also as mouthwash.
Oh yeah,
I shoot a little shot of it in my mouth. I have a little mouthful of water and I swish it around, and it's like it's great mouthwash, and it's not bad for you.
And it's real peppermint in it. It's real peppermint oil in it rather than peppermint flavor. And, you know, it doesn't have sugar in it. It doesn't have, it's a really good product.
When I was a teenager and my skin would break out with zits, I used to use toothpaste on each zit to like dry it up. Did you ever do that, Caroline, or did you ever have any zits?
Yeah, that was a thing. People would say that was a way to dry it up.
Yeah. My first husband must have been really happy with that. I wear big rollers in my hair and toothpaste on my zits.
So Tiffany Olson Dorr says, ever since I was little, I've never used soap on my face, and now my face is sucky. Huh.
What's sucky? Like dry?
I don't know.
Dried up?
I don't know.
She means not good.
Like it sucks. Oh, it sucks, yeah. Well, have you come to the right place? I'm 75 and my skin's good, and that's because I use our product. It's you know, I'm not saying I don't have wrinkles, but I don't have as many as I might have had because I'm on hormones. And hormone replacement is so such a game changer. And then when you use organic product, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. So anyway, and then this, I put this on your back this morning because Alan had an itchy back. So I rubbed Nourishing Body Lotion all over his back, wild orange vanilla.
It was great.
And then the bed smelled so good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing that for you today.
I loved it.
And then I always use our deodorant. It does the job, and there's nothing bad in it. And think of all the pores you have under your arms. And for years, I used to use that deodorant that had aluminum chlorohydrate. Remember that one? And
that was created by our friend Sasha.
Well, the jingle was.
The jingle.
Yeah, not the aluminum chlorohydrate. Yeah. And you take everything in through your pores. So with this, everything you take in is good for you. I got to read to you what's in that. It's got no harsh chemicals. It's citrus oils, no aluminum chlorohydrate, non-aerosol, certified toxic-free, no animal testing, wild orange, jasmine, light mist, blah, blah. It's all good. It's all good stuff.
So I wonder...
And it has like antibacterials, which is where odor comes from. So it is a way to neutralize odor. It's not an antiperspirant. The antiperspirant
keeps you from sweating.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
But it has natural deodorizers in it, and you do not stink with it. You really don't.
But also, when you use organic products on your skin and, eat organic and things like that, you don't smell. What smells are toxins. And so try it for 30 days at some point. Eliminate all the chemicals that your body's used to taking in with skincare or the food you eat or what you clean your house with, and switch over to our stuff just for a month. You won't stink. You won't. I never smell. I might sweat because it's not, as Caroline says, an antiperspirant, but I do not smell, and neither do you. You never smell.
I never smell.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
But I think it's because our diet is clean and our skincare is clean.
I wonder, when you say there's no animal testing for the deodorant, I wonder if you do test the deodorant on animals, if you just rub a little bit under their arm.
Come here, honey. Come here, honey. We met a dog today older than your dog.
Really?
Yeah, and she has lost about 98% of all her hair.
Yeah.
And she shivers, and she wears a little coat. Animals now have clothes, and I said, does she have like her weekly clothes and then her weekend go out clothes? She goes, yes. And so we went to our crazy dermatologist today to get things. What is it? Liquid oxygen. What does he burn stuff off with?
Liquid nitrogen.
Yeah. Alan he takes this liquid oxygen in Alan's back, and I had a little cyst I wanted to remove from my rear end, and he looks at it and he goes, I'm not in the mood today. Come back next week.
Plus he yells at us.
Yeah, he yells at us. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
What do you want? And we keep going back. We like him. He knows his stuff.
It's like Shecky Green.
Yeah. Shecky Green was one of my opening acts. Or was I his
opening? You were his opening act.
I was his. Oh, that was what was wrong.
Before you move on, can I just say, it's not every celebrity who's going to tell you she was at the dermatologist today and wanted a cyst removed off her ass.
I have no secrets with you. I have no secrets with you. It hurts. It's like a little... when you're a teenager, you get undergrounders here. Well, I got one on my butt, and it's like hurts. So next week, I'll take pictures and show you.
You were talking about Shecky Green.
Yes. So I think it was the Desert Inn.
No, it was the Sands Hotel.
Oh, it was Sands. I get my hotels mixed up.
Let me tell you part of the story.
Okay.
Okay. So we had just made a deal with the old MGM Grand. Okay, for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you played a couple of dates there, and we're going back for our third date, and the hotel burns down.
Oh, right, yeah, burned down. Oh.
So the agent, who was very resourceful, said, how would you like to go into the Sands with Shecky Green? And I said, great, we really like Shecky Green. So we go into the Sands. This was in 1902.
1902.
It was 1902, right. We go into the Sands Hotel, and Suzanne is the opening act, and she's doing her show, and I get word
Was I opening or co-headlining?
Co-headlining.
Yeah, which is different.
Yeah.
You get equal size on the marquee.
Right,
His name's on top, mine's on the bottom, but the lettering's the same size.
And he said he always wanted to be on top of you. And so anyway, I get a note while you're on stage that the hostages have been released in Iran.
So this was when Carter was president?
Yeah, Carter was president.
Okay.
Oh, no. Reagan was president.
Oh, Reagan was president.
Reagan was president.
Okay.
He had just become president.
Oh, okay.
And he must have said something to the Iranians.
It was within days.
Yeah. So I got word that the hostage has just been released, and I managed to get that word to you, and with a suggestion. And you took this, you announced it to the audience, you took the suggestion, and you started singing God Bless America. And the whole room joined in.
Yep.
And I'm backstage with Shecky. And Shecky was a little upset. He said, how am I going to follow this? And as it happened, he was great. I mean, the audience was in the right mood, and they were hysterical with his act. It was great. Probably
In retrospect, but I was much younger then, what I would have done in the same situation is I would have finished my show, and then when he went on to start his show, I would interrupt him and go out on stage with him and tell him. Then we both.
Yeah, then he'd put a bullet in his head.
But I don't know. I hear God Bless America. I cry, even saying the words God Bless America.
Yeah.
I was sitting next to a soldier a couple of weeks ago who flew fighter jets in Iraq. And I was enthralled sitting next to him. He was such a good guy. I remember meeting President Reagan. Merv Griffin gave a reception for him at his hotel, the Beverly Hilton Hotel. And so there was Merv, hello Merv, and there was Mr. and Mrs. Reagan, hello. And then I passed on to talk to the next person. I heard Reagan say, I just love her on She's the Sheriff.
So he was the one who watched.
Yeah, and I thought, you have time to watch She's the Sheriff? He was notorious for taking an afternoon nap. And he was what, about 75 then?
I don't know.
Because I don't know. I find that I liked having an afternoon nap now. That's my new concession to being 75. I like to lie down and I fall asleep for a deep 15 minutes and it refreshes me. So,
up until last year, I never had a nap.
No, but you take them now, and I think you need them. Yeah,
I like
you snore.
I do?
Yeah, you snore in your naps.
It's good for you to have a nice quick nap.
Yeah. I remember that doctor we went to in, was it Houston or?
Doesn't matter where he was.
It doesn't matter, Atlanta maybe. And he said to me about you when he checked your neck situation and your eyes, and he said he needs a nap. He needs a nap every day. So
Jesse Gerlich, does Suzanne recommend bioidentical doctors in Southern California? Well, Jesse, you're in luck because very soon, and I'm not sure when, maybe Caroline knows, Suzanne is going to be recommending doctors, our kind of doctors.
Yeah, the right ones.
The right ones you can go to.
Yeah.
And we're very excited about it. And is there a start date, Caroline?
There's not a start date other than it's imminent.
Imminent, yeah.
Imminent.
The thing about, and I know why she's asking.
Soon.
I know why she's asking. The thing is, going to a doctor who hasn't stepped out of the comfort zone of what he learned in med school, then they don't really know what they're talking about, with all due respect. Bioidentical hormones. I always say, like, going to a doctor who doesn't specialize in bioidentical hormones is like going to a plumber for a heart bypass. It's so out of their arena, and sometimes I hear the advice that you're given and I'm thinking, oh my. It's the thing you need to know about hormones, and my books will help you a lot. And I think if you're just thinking about going on hormones, the most important book you could read before you go to a doctor, and when we have this thing set up for you, which is imminent, as Caroline said, is arm yourself with information. If you read my book, any of my hormone books, but the most recent one that's exclusively hormones is I'm Too Young for This. Because most women think they're too young for this. Well, when you get it right, and it takes a while, when you start replacing, because what you need is what you need, which is different from what I need, which is different from what Caroline's taking. But when you start replacing the hormones you've lost in the aging process or from stress, it takes a while to find the sweet spot. Like sometimes as much as a year, but you get relief almost within the first week or so. And then you call your doctor with every symptom. You know, the symptoms are itchy, bitchy, sleepy, sweaty, bloated, forgetful, and all dried up. You call your doctor if you itch. And you think, well, I can't call my doctor because I itch. No, that's a language. That's the body language. All those things I just mentioned, the 7 dwarves, are indicators that all is not well. The body talks to you. I'm itching you because I want you to do something. You're in a bad mood because I want you to think about it. Why? You can't sleep. I want you to think about why. So, I can't wait for you to get on bioidenticals and then tell me how great you feel. It has made my life so great. I was saying to someone the other night, I was out with Ambassador Grinnell, and he said, he was real excited about the fact that it looks like we're going to do a reality show. And I said, I already do a reality show here with you, but we're going to expand on that. And I said, I sell my age. I remember when I turned 65, I thought, you can't lie about your age. And so I started talking about it on camera, whereas most women used to be all buttoned up about it. But there's Google. You know, when you're talking to someone, you can Google them, how old is so-and-so. And now that I'm 75, wow, I said to him the other night when we were talking about it, I said, I think I'm the happiest I've ever been. Every day, I live in gratitude. You know, your brain believes everything you tell it. And every time I have a moment where I think, I find the opposite, but I have this. I look at what I have rather than what I don't have. And it has changed my whole attitude about everything. And I've worked real hard on forgiving everybody that I need to forgive, and forgiving myself for any harm or hurt I may have incurred on other people. Just cleaning the slate. I want the slate real clean. I think that's part of the wisdom. Caroline read this thing the other day at a business meeting that I want to read to you. It's going to make you feel real good. I thought this was brilliant, Caroline.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
I just found it. I didn't write it, but...
Okay, now listen to this. Caroline found this because we were having a very important meeting. And I know you found it because you thought, I don't want the thing about your age coming up as a negative. An extensive study in the USA found that the most productive age in human life is between 60 and 70 years of age. The second most productive stage of the human being is from 70 to 80 years of age. The third most productive stage is from 50 to 60 years of age. The average age of Nobel Prize winners is 62 years old. The average age of the presidents of prominent companies in the world is 63 years. The average age of the pastors of the 100 largest churches in the USA is 71. This tells us, in a way, that it has been determined that the best years of your life, you ready, are between 60 and 80 years. A study published in New England Journal of Medicine found that at age 60, you reach the top of your potential, and this continues into your 80s. Therefore, if you are between 60 to 70 or 70 to 80, you are in the best and second best level of your life. Source, New England Journal of Medicine. Brilliant. Brilliant. So look kindly upon your age. And then, as I always talk about, is we are living in this incredible time of life extension. We're living longer than humans have ever lived, but nobody's really thought about quality of life in that life extension. That's what we do here. That's what I do in my books. All these products, it's great to sell you product because mainly because I know it's going to benefit and enhance your life to keep your internal body clean by not putting garbage on your skin. So you're in the best age you've ever been. You've got a big life ahead of you. Life is real good. So take care of yourself. Feed yourself right. Yes.
It's so true, and you've been so helpful in so many ways to help us remove toxicity, whether it's emotional toxicity or whether it's in our skincare or our hair care. So what we put together for you guys today are Suzanne's. These are sort of your daily essential, things that you use every day: toothpaste, shaving gel, deodorant, and body lotion. And you may not even realize that the toothpaste you use has ingredients in it that you may not know are harmful to you. You might not know that when you're putting deodorant on, because who would think that there would be something harmful? We've been using it our whole lives.
Right.
And it isn't until someone like Suzanne comes along and explains to you that there's a more natural way to do it. You have so many chemicals in conventional shaving cream. And then you use your razor and you shave open those pores. And those chemicals go right into your skin.
Right.
And then you take lotion and you put it on top of that. And again, if it's chemically based, Suzanne doesn't use chemicals in her lotion. She doesn't use chemicals in her shave gel, and it's gentle and it soothes your skin and it's moisturizing. And her deodorant is made with all natural ingredients, so that there's nothing there that's going to go into those pores. Again, right after you shave your underarms, and then you put a chemical right on top of it.
And that's where so much of your lymph system is under your arms. You've ever had swollen lymph glands? You feel them under your arms. Caroline makes perfect sense. It's for men using shaving gel that is clean like this and certified toxic free, because when you shave, you're actually cutting yourself a little bit. So and remember that panty line. You want that not to injure you in any way.
It really depends, though, on how tiny your panties are, right? I mean, everything from bloomers. Do people wear bloomers anymore?
I don't think so, but they'd be cute. They'd be cute.
Actually, they'd be cute.
Yeah.
Well, actually, when you were Chrissy, and you wore the teddy, you wore bloomers under the teddy.
Yeah, little fancy pants with a little lace on them. I still have her 2 pairs. I have her 2 pairs of fancy pants, and I have her little teddy that she wore on the cover of Newsweek. That's kind of valuable.
That was one of the nice things that producers did for you.
What?
They gave you the teddy?
Yeah. And the other thing I have that is kind of cool is I have the leopard coat. I've worn it on this show before, that I wore for the American Graffiti photo shoot with Annie Leibovitz, with the whole cast of American Graffiti. I walked in, and Annie Leibovitz, the most famous photographer in the world, said to everybody in the cast of American Graffiti, "Come Tuesday, 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to do the picture." And she had the yellow Ford, and the Thunderbird wasn't there. It was Harrison Ford with the yellow Ford, and George Lucas was there and anything. So I walked in, I wore, think about, gosh, I'm going to be a 2-page spread in Vanity Fair magazine, when Vanity Fair magazine was really something. What do I wear? So I wore my great black leather pants and a black turtleneck, and then I put on this leopard coat just because it was cold. And I walked in, and she said, "Keep the coat, get over there, and George, you over there, and Harrison, you're there, and Cindy," and it's great. In our new house, I want to blow up that 2-page spread from Vanity Fair and put it across this big white wall, because it's such a cool picture. It's so cool. And in every room, I think you need a touch of black, and it has a black background. That's my personal thing.
Actually, we're going to do better than that, because there's a TV now, a gigantic TV that is 8K, which means that it's the highest quality picture that is possible. Most broadcasters are broadcasting in 4K right now. This is 8K. I don't even know if anyone is broadcasting in 8K, but they sure will down the road. So that gigantic TV is going on the wall where you want to put that picture, and we're going to digitize the picture and put it inside this TV that allows you to program pictures into the TV. so that the TV on the wall looks like a photograph. Okay?
And it doesn't look like a TV?
No.
Because I like the look of photos on canvas.
It looks like a photograph with a really nice either black or white frame, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you get sick of looking at this picture, you click the button.
They're cool. They're very cool. And there's no, they don't look pixelated at all. It's really
okay.
They're really nice.
Okay.
And they come in like a little, it has a black frame so that when you're not using it as a TV, it looks like art.
Yeah. It comes with actually comes with a black and a white.
Very pretty.
Well, and the other thing is, Big Al's Bar from the other house, Mike Rondo, who builds the most wonderful cabinetry and has been working with us for over 30 years on different things. He's making that exact bar for the living room. I'm so excited. And the whole end of the room opens, the glass opens. Although I remember sitting there one day and that bobcat walked by. I don't want bobcats in the living room. That's a little scary.
Neither does Gloria.
No. That's the only thing.
Wow, you saw a bobcat walk by?
Yeah, and they've got, you can't see it. Well, you can. This is what their faces look like.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. It's a little scary.
Yeah, they're not like, hi, honey. The funniest thing, I think I told you this before, the previous owner left way out on a promontory point that you can see from the living room, a donkey, a cement donkey, and a shepherd. And so the workers took pictures of this. One day, a bighorn sheep comes coming down the mountain and sees the donkey.
Uh-huh.
And went, whoa.
Uh-huh.
And the bighorn sheep comes up to the donkey and tries to mate. Yeah. And tried and tried and tried
I've been there.
until he killed it and knocked it over. And there was like, oh, she was no fun. But we got her up on her feet again.
If you guys are joining us late, we have 2 kits today that Suzanne's presenting. We have a 3-piece toxic-free essentials kit. It has the toothpaste and the shave gel and the deodorant, and they're all organic, Suzanne Organics products. The retail value on that is almost $80, and it's on sale today for $49.99. It's 37% off, and you can find it only at SuzanneSomers.com. And if you want to bump up to the 4-piece kit, you also get the Wild Orange Vanilla Body Lotion, and that is 42% off, and that comes down from almost $120 to $69.99. Very big discounts.
Yeah.
The Wild Orange Vanilla Body Lotion was one of the first products that Suzanne.
It's how it all began.
Manufactured.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's spectacular.
Yeah, and it smells dreamy. But using toothpaste that is good for you, and deodorant that's good for you, and shaving gel that's good for you, these things, it all makes a difference. I talk to you all the time about the toxic burden we all have. Now imagine if you're using toothpaste with fluoride and other bad things in it. That's one toxic burden.
Doesn't it give you a warning on non-organic toothpaste that something, if you swallow it or
no,
on toothpaste with fluoride on the back, it says if you swallow more than a pea-size amount, to call poison control.
Wow.
And it has a phone number.
Wow. So ours has none.
If you just have it, well, you don't get much if but if there's a warning label on the back, if you have a pea-size amount.
Yeah.
I don't know. What does that tell you? You guys can do some research and decide for yourselves.
Well, it's like bottled waters. I had a book 30, 40 years ago called Water Fit to Drink. And it was unbelievable because they tested most of the bottled waters that come in from different parts of the world. And it's amazing. I mean, there was, what's that terrible poison that people die from?
Phthalates?
I'm sorry, what was it, Caroline?
Arsenic?
Arsenic?
Was it arsenic?
Cyanide?
Pardon?
Cyanide? Arsenic?
No, maybe it was arsenic. I think it was arsenic. Yeah.
And also phthalates released from the plastic bottles, so that's bad enough. That's a known carcinogen.
And it was amazing. And what I discovered was, in those days, and maybe it's the same today, producers of bottled waters from offshore, maybe in the States as well, do not have to label the ingredients that is in their water, whereas the water that's being provided to you in your home, they have to tell you exactly what's in the water. Okay? So bottled waters, to me, are scary. And
Well, I mean,
and you know, most restaurants, most nice restaurants today, they actually filter their waters,
yeah,
and that's much healthier.
we're
to
catching
drink.
on. Slowly, we're catching on. But like I was starting to explain, the toxic burden. You use toothpaste that's got fluoride in it. Now you got one toxic burden. Then you use shaving gel that's filled with chemicals, more toxic burden. Then you use deodorant under your arms, and now you got more toxins in your body. Then lotions like this that have chemicals in it. And then you use makeup and lipstick that's got lead in it. And then you use household cleaners that's got, and wash your clothes in chemical. And can you see what's happening? We are under the greatest environmental assault in the history of humanity. And if we don't get on top of it, it's to our doom, really. There's just the disease is an epidemic. So all I know, you can't cure disease through using this, but you sure can eliminate the possibility. You make it less possible.
You know, in the desert,
That's not good English.
there's we understand what
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's taking proactive steps to survive. This is
Right.
about survival, and life is so beautiful. I want to live for so long, don't you?
And
And
Suzanne's always talking about things she's talking about incremental. She's not going to say, well, now you can't get something because you use these products, but she teaches us that you can take away a little bit of that toxic burden with all of these choices.
Yeah.
And if the products are not only as good but better, why not?
if you're using this,
Yeah, you don't realize.
if you're using this, and you're cleaning your house with our organic, non-toxic cleaner, and I told you about Gloria had a barf fest last Friday. Oh my God! But the spot remover, the toxic cleaner, and then the spot remover got it all up. You'll never know. It's like it didn't even exist. But you use all those things, and then just add it all up in your head. Use these things with no toxins. You clean your house with no toxins. You eat organic food that hasn't had poison sprayed on it. Who thought that was a good idea? You use makeup that's toxic free. You use lipstick that has no lead. It doesn't take a brain scientist to go, well, that's got to be better for you. And I was saying today, the reason I'm making tacos for dinner tonight, because there's no here with all the Latinos who live here and all the great Mexican food that's made here, but they're not using organic products, to my knowledge. And what you eat is who you are. Dr. Mark Hyman said something last week. I think I said it to you. He said, your body is what you're made of. If you make your body of, organic fruits and vegetables and clean food and grass-fed beef and organic chicken and wild-caught salmon and all those things, he said, that's the body you're going to get. That's that body, meaning the health of your body. He said, but if you make your body of Doritos and fast foods and excitotoxins, that's the body you're going to get. So we're at a place here that we've never been before. Our parents weren't here because they didn't have all this bombardment. We choose the life we want and the choices you make. And the older I get, I realize it's all about the choices we make, good and bad. And when I lecture, I always say to my audience, when you get in bed tonight, make an imaginary list in your head. And on one side is what you've done through your choices that day to take away your good health. And the other side is what you've done today, the choices you've made that lead you towards great health. You'll be so shocked when you realize how top-heavy it is on the wrong side. So change that paradigm. Make it so that almost every choice you make throughout the day, including your thoughts, and knowing that love is so important, and feed yourself right. It will make a big difference. It will. I'm not promising anything. I'm just saying it will make a big difference, and sure has changed my life, my relationship. Caroline lives the same way, and Bruce lives the same way, and our grandkids are all have been grown up on organic food, and that's the greatest gift we can give them.
Okay.
What?
So I have an announcement.
You're going to show them how cute you are?
No, I will, but I have an announcement to make.
What is that?
Okay. Listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Last Sunday evening, Suzanne and I reached a new level of sophistication in our relationship. And I wanted you to know about it. Okay?
I do too.
Well, she called me a moron.
Sometimes when the shoe fits.
We've opened another door. Okay, another layer in the relationship.
Why did I call you a moron? I can't remember.
You call me a moron because you were making squash and it was in the oven. Okay.
Oh.
Squash was.
This was last night.
Just a moment. Let me finish.
Yeah.
That's right. It was last night.
Last night.
The squash was in the oven, and you said, "Take the squash out of the oven." So
the reason I ask him is because I still have nerve damage in his hands, so I can't lift things like that.
Well, you like me to be involved with
you're good at
chores in the kitchen.
You know, anything I ask him, he doesn't hesitate. He does it immediately.
Absolutely.
So good. You're so great.
So I take out the stuff and I put it on the stove to cool off. Right. So I turned off the oven. Right. I turned off the oven. Why wouldn't I turn off the oven? If you take the thing out, why wouldn't you turn the oven off?
Because I was making.
Then you were making rack of lamb.
Right.
And the first thing you did was you seasoned it beautifully, you pan-fried it, and then you put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Thinking the oven was still turned
minutes.
on.
Yeah.
But it was turned off because we had taken out the squash. And then you called me a moron.
Well, because I was just about to, I had the squash all seasoned on the plate, and then I had these beets that I had roasted during the day, and I had them all sauteed in a little butter. And then I was going to put this beautiful rack of lamb on our plate and slice it, just 2 chops each, and then with some pesto over the top. And I was all ready to put the plates together, and I went to have him take the lamb out of the oven, but the oven wasn't on. So here's how we can rectify this so you'll never be a moron again.
I don't mind.
No, I did. I did. Actually, I was pissed off at you.
You said it lovingly.
Yeah, well, but I was pissed off because I don't like to, I take pride in every meal I make, and I don't like to. Wouldn't that bother you, Caroline?
That would be upsetting.
Yeah, upsetting.
Oh, Caroline, you don't have to suck up to Suzanne.
Come on. She's my daughter-in-law and the president of our company.
I said it in a very respectful way.
Very
honest mistake.
upsetting.
But it would be upsetting if you didn't know that, and you clearly weren't trying to sabotage.
No, because it was his dinner. Yeah.
Okay.
He was trying to be helpful.
Okay.
And he was.
So
here's how to do it.
No, but just a moment. Hold it. The bottom line was the lamb was incredible, right?
Well, I turned the oven back on
and for
to
like
500
5 minutes. For 5 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes, and you said, okay, now take it out.
No, it was good.
No, it was good.
It wasn't quite as pink as I wanted it to be, and probably I should have left it in only for 6 minutes. But it was hard to gauge when I didn't know how cooked it had been inside. Because the way you do a rack of lamb, and I'll show you how to do a rack of lamb sometime. People are intimidated by rack of lamb, and it's just lamb chops, but they haven't cut them in chops yet.
That's my favorite meat.
It's a wonderful meal.
People get upset when you talk about lamb.
Why?
Right.
Oh, it's a touch point.
It's not bad.
Well, it's from New Zealand and it's grass-fed. And
my mother.
It's just the cuter the animal, the people get upset about.
Oh, well.
And they're young.
Do you know what I don't eat is veal, because that is baby. It's like I don't know how they make veal, but it's like. It's wrong. Anyway, when I'm on the Australian Today show, which I'm on a lot, I'm kind of one of the regulars on their morning Today show. My books are real popular there, and I had the nice advantage one morning of saying, "Do you know I only buy my grass-fed beef and lamb from you?" And because they don't put any. All their cattle eat grass. It's all grass-fed, the real deal. Anyway, here's how we never have that situation again. When you take the squash out or whatever it is out of the oven the next time, you say, Suzanne, do you want me to turn off the oven?
No.
That would have made it all better.
No.
Right?
Or you would say, you would say, exactly. take the squash out of the oven, yes ma'am,
Okay.
and leave the oven
All right.
on.
So we both know our marching orders.
Why would you expect me to say, do you want me to leave the oven on if you're finished with the squash? I didn't know you were going to put anything else in there.
Well, you've seen me make lamb a lot, but anyway, I take responsibility for what I didn't do, and you take responsibility for.
I take responsibility for everything. Whatever it is, I'm responsible.
Okay, come over here and show them how cute you are.
Okay.
You'll be surprised to know, Caroline, that his shirt is unbuttoned almost to his waist. Huh?
Just not on disco night.
Not on disco night. Don't ever expect him to do what you told him to do.
Reading glasses and a polo shirt on disco night.
And a Suzanne on the back. That we had those jackets made in Korea, and it's Suzanne looking very Korean. Okay.
Okay.
But it's all worth it because look how cute he is. And there he is, not on disco night, but tonight. Got the shirt.
You might as well wear the medallion.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you look cute out.
Yeah, put that gold chain on, right?
Yeah. And maybe a neck scarf.
You know what I need is a pinky ring.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're so not that guy, but yeah. You could have done all that for Caroline's disco show.
No,
He put no thought into it.
If I put the chain on,
No, it's not here.
it's not here. I'd put
No.
put on a pinky ring. I think I know where it is.
Oh, now he's going to go get it. Anyway,
Our Instagram friend said you're not looking like a moron tonight.
he's out of the room. You'll have to tell him that again. He'll come back in the room. We have to keep the door closed because
They
Gloria...
said you're aging beautifully. Kudos to you.
Oh, isn't he? That whole thing I read you about aging, and it seems to stop at age 80, but he's 85. This is not what 85-year-olds look like. And I really attribute it to the fact, his mother just was the most wonderful cook, and she cooked only real food, and she would buy a live fish, and then she'd kill the fish at home and check it for, the scales and everything, and when she'd buy a chicken, she'd check it, and so he grew up on such quality food. His mother was a peasant cook, and then you just got two really nice compliments, Alan. What did they say? You're aging beautifully.
Thank you.
And the other one was...
The other one said you're not looking like a moron tonight, Alan.
You're not looking like a moron tonight.
So, since you mentioned my mother...
Your beautiful mother.
Okay, this is a picture of my mother and her mother when they literally got off the boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Poland.
Yeah.
Right after World War I.
Escaping Poland.
In 1919.
Look at these women. Look at those women. And his mother
Amazing.
came to Canada, having escaped the atrocities, and got a job scrubbing floors at the train station. And then she saved enough money to buy a house. And she turned the house into...
The house cost $3,100.
$3,100.
In 1923.
23. And that's when she opened the boarding house. And then Al was born in a boarding house with 17 people. It's a wonderful story of the triumph of the human spirit.
And when my mother passed, she was a millionaire.
She was.
She charged everyone $6 a week.
Yeah. And one of the great things she did, she taught me so much. She had all these grandchildren. And she left them all a nice amount of money. And you know who else? My son, Bruce. She left the same amount of money as she left for all the other grandchildren. I always knew she had accepted me 100%, but when she did that, it just touched my heart. It taught me so much about compassion and generosity and love, and that was a beautiful thing. So, but she didn't have toxic-free toothpaste. She probably didn't even use toothpaste. She probably did like baking soda or something,
Baking
right?
soda,
Baking,
yeah, right.
We didn't have toothpaste growing up. We used baking soda. Life has changed so much. And then when we did get a toothpaste, it had fluoride and crap in it because fluoride was a waste byproduct of the aluminum manufacturing. And they didn't know what to do with all this fluoride. So they made a deal with cities all around the United States, and probably it happened all around the world, that if we could put fluoride in our water stores, they would then build bridges and freeways and things like that. So it was a quid pro quo, but it was at our expense. We got the bridges and the freeways, but we also, fluoride causes bone mottling, but the American Dental Association came out and said, no, it prevents tooth decay. Well, it deteriorates your bones. So I was supposed to speak at the American Dental Association, and I had written an article about this, how offended I was by fluoride in our LA water system. And they said, if you mention this in the lecture, we don't want you to come. So I didn't mention it, but it was too bad. Anyway.
They'd already paid for the lecture, so you could have stayed home.
One of the things I love about our show that we do is get a chance to discuss these things. And as I speak, and Caroline speaks, and Alan speaks, please write your questions and your reactions and those things, because this is a free forum. It's not political in any way, ever. And that's the way I want it to be. I just want it to be an hour every 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where we have take a rest from all that's going on right now. I hope you love it. I love being with all of you.
Absolutely. And Suzanne and Ellen talk about so many wonderful things, and we always put up some big discount for you guys. And today it's toxic-free essentials. We have a 3-piece kit and a 4-piece kit. They're both available at SuzanneSomers.com. The 3-piece kit, you get the SomerSmile toothpaste, which has, it's oxygen-based, and it has a real peppermint oil in it. It's wonderful. It has no fluoride. You get the shaving gel, which is one of Suzanne's organic toxic-free products, and the deodorant. And it's a great way to sort of replace some of those daily items that you use that you don't know have as many toxins in them and maybe you never realized. It's an almost $80 value. It's on sale today for $49.99, and it's 37% off. The 4-piece kit, you add the wild orange vanilla body lotion. If you've never tried Suzanne's body lotion, it smells like a creamsicle.
It does.
It's the most beautiful scent, and it really moisturizes your skin because she puts so many wonderful ingredients in it and not the chemicals that usually are just fillers that they put in lotion, which they feel really good, but they don't actually nurture your skin the way hers does. And that kit is almost $120 value. It's on sale for $69.99 just today. 42% off. It's a big discount, so jump in on those if you can.
It takes 28 days for complete cell turnover. So I always say...
Isn't that when you have your period?
Back to periods, yes.
Okay.
You're obsessed with periods lately. I don't know why. It ain't happening here. I have no eggs left. What menopause should really be called is egglessness. Because a lot of people, when I said, a lot of people take hormones where they take estrogen every day of the month, and then 15 days of the month they take progesterone. At the end of the month, you have apoptosis, which is when you remove all the dead cells. Cells die, and then you get your period. So some women choose to have their period, and if you have a uterus, you will have a period. But a lot of women have written me going, I don't want to get pregnant. I go, don't worry.
Unless your uterus is in menopause. You can have a uterus and not have any eggs if you're in menopause.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she just said that.
Yeah.
No, she said if you have a uterus, you'll have eggs.
No,
she said if you have a uterus, you can still have a period.
You still have a period.
You don't have eggs.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. You can't. So you can't. If you don't have any eggs left, that's what menopause is egglessness. You cannot get pregnant. Don't worry. Don't ever worry again. What it leads to is the next chapter in life, which is when you get to go back to dating, like Alan and I. And maybe that, I'm just so happy at this time in my life. We're put here to be happy, aren't we? And every day, make that choice to be happy. I was
put here to make you happy.
And you do.
Because we have a functionally codependent relationship.
You do make me happy.
And I'm proud of it.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And what I love about you is, it's been a challenging couple of years for me. Nothing like what most people have to go through. But I really can't use this arm like I normally can. I'm exercising it every day, but I can't open things.
That's the arm you used to slug me with, right?
Never.
You can't do that anymore.
whatever I ask him to do, I said, can you help me with, right up, he pops right up. There's no, I'll get to it. So it's really wonderful. Anyway, we're coming to the end of our show. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I find when I start talking to you and with Caroline and Alan that it just flies by, like being with old dear friends, and that's how I feel about you. So, you know, it's not what you do, it's not who you are, it's not what you have at all. It's only about who you love and who loves you, and I love you, and you, and you, and you. I love me. Love is all there is. Good night, everybody.